Gentleman yields back. The chair recognizes the gentleman from California, Mr. Min, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Secretary, thank you for appearing here today. Now, in addition to being Secretary of the Interior, you also serve as Chair of the National Energy Dominance Council, which was created to develop a national energy dominance strategy to produce more energy, including by enhancing private sector investments in energy and focusing on innovation. I assume you are aware that as of 2024, China has 887 gigawatts of solar energy capacity, more than 6 times what we have here in the United States, and 521 gigawatts of wind energy, more than 3 times what we have here. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes, I'm aware, and I'm also aware that
Thank you. That was a yes or no question. Reclaiming my time. And are you aware that wind and solar energy now account for 37% of the energy consumed by China? Yes or no?
Yes, and that
reclaiming my time.
Coal
Now, the Trump
represents 60%
reclaiming my
of
time.
those.
The Trump administration is, I believe, rightfully concerned about unfair trade policies by the CCP, which has heavily subsidized key strategic industries they see as areas of future growth and national security, including semiconductors and steel. And I'm going to ask you some yes or no questions. Please just refrain to that. Limit yourself to that. Would it surprise you to know that China has invested heavily in the renewable energy sector, including massive subsidies for large-scale batteries, electric vehicles, wind power, and solar panels? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay. Would it surprise you to know that in 2024, China accounted for 2/3 of the $2.1 trillion spent globally in subsidies for clean energy innovation?
It would not surprise me.
Thank you.
And it doesn't surprise me that they're also the world's largest polluter.
Mr. Chair, thank you. Do you think it's fair to say that China sees these as key sectors for future growth and for energy dominance? Again, yes or no, please.
63% of electricity comes from coal in China.
They
added 94 gigawatts of coal
reclaiming
last
my time. I think it's fairly clear that China and the rest of the world see renewable energy innovation as growth industries for the future.
China sees all energy.
I didn't ask you a question, Mr. Chair, reclaiming my time. And that we're currently in a competition with China over who will lead the way in this area. And as do many leading experts on national security, economics, and energy, who have described the battle over clean energy as critical for whether the United States or China will dominate the 21st century. One leading publication recently described the situation this way. The United States and China are in a contest for leadership of the industries of the future, including with respect to clean energy. However, while China is investing in renewables, the United States is poised to send up the white flag of surrender. Unless amended, the House budget bill moving forward this week, which was then passed, would eviscerate the tax incentives for clean energy and EVs that were part of the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act. If the House and Senate accept this language, this would be akin to unilateral disarmament, and China will be poised to dominate the commanding heights of the world's 21st century economy without even firing a shot. Again, yes or no question. Do you think it's consistent with national energy dominance for the United States to surrender the global clean energy market to China?
I disagree with the premise of all your arguments.
Do you support ending and eliminating the clean energy tax credits created and enhanced by the Inflation Reduction Act? Yes or no?
Yeah, I support the ending of them.
Okay, I want to switch. I would disagree with that, but I'll switch up topics a little bit. When we talk about subsidizing industries and sectors, something that IRA tried to do a little bit, do you think we should be subsidizing industries like horse farms? Yes or no? Wood-burning stoves? Yes or no?
I missed the second one.
Wood-burning stoves, horse farms, should we be subsidizing them? Would you agree that as a general rule, we should be looking to nurture and foster innovation and future technologies and not technologies of the past? Yes or no?
Well, innovation has always been the source of American greatness.
I agree with that. And I represent a district that has a lot of innovation. And yet I would submit to you that you and the Trump administration are looking to heavily subsidize oil, gas, and coal production while surrendering energy dominance in clean energy markets to China. And that is the opposite of investing in innovation. It's investing in past technologies. We can invest in horse and buggies. We can invest in wood burning. We could invest in coal and oil, but these are technologies of the past. Now, I know you're going to disagree with that premise, but I think that's very clear. China sees clean energy as being the markets of the future. Europe sees that. Most national security experts and energy experts agree with that. And so with that, I'll switch over to a different topic that was addressed a little bit by some of my colleagues before. But I also represent a district that is very vulnerable to wildfire. And unlike the Congress member that spoke before, when I talk to my federal employees, whether it's the National Park Service or U.S. Forest Service, they've consistently told me they don't have enough personnel. And so I'm going to ask you again, are you aware of how many red card employees that are tasked and licensed and trained to address wildfires have been let go during your time in the Interior?
If anyone's gone, they took early retirement. There's been no firings of wildland firefighters.
Do you know what level red card employees we had when you started and how many we have today?
We're certainly going to get that information and happy to provide it to you.
All right. I yield back.
Gentlemen's time's expired.
Mr. Chair, I ask unanimous consent to submit 3 articles into the record. The first is titled Rollback of the Inflation Reduction Act with Surrender Economic Primacy to China. The second is called Job Creation Estimates Through Proposed Inflation Reduction Act. And the third is Clean Investment Monitor, tallying the 2-year impact of the Inflation Reduction Act.
Without objection, so ordered. Mr. Huffman, you're recognized.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.